Join Kids Hut family.
These cookies are so yum. I can eat them forever.
Tofu, have you ever imagined what if these cookies become alive?
Alive?
This reminds me of a story. The Gingerbread Man. Long ago, there lived an old couple. One day, the old woman cooked a gingerbread cookie in the shape of a man. As soon as the gingerbread man was cooked, he jumped out of the tin and ran out of the open window, shouting,
"Don't eat me!"
He ran away as fast as he could. The old couple tried to chase the gingerbread man, but he was too fast for them. Soon, a hungry pig saw the gingerbread man and said,
Stop! I would like to eat you.
He too joined the chase. The gingerbread man was too fast and said,
"You can't catch me. I am the Gingerbread Man."
A little further, a hungry cow saw the gingerbread man and said,
"Stop! I would like to eat you."
She too joined the chase.
"You can't catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Man."
Next, he met a horse. The horse too joined the chase. Finally, the gingerbread man came to a river and stopped, as the river could make him soggy. A clever fox came by and wanted to eat him up. But he pretended to be nice and offered help to the gingerbread man. He asked the gingerbread man to climb on his head so that he could take him across the river. The gingerbread man was so scared of water that he agreed. As soon as they reached the other side, the fox tossed up the gingerbread man in the air. He opened his mouth and ate him up. That was the end of the gingerbread man.
I don't want my cookies alive and get eaten by a wolf.
Ha 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 ha! Enjoy your cookies, Tofu. Stop, Tofu!
But why so? I'm just trying to get my ball out.
But see those red ants. You better be careful.
Thanks, Tia.
Sit. I'll tell you an interesting story. The Fox and the Sick Lion. Once upon a time, there lived a lion in the forest. As the lion was growing old, he was unable to hunt for his food. He thought that without food, he would die of starvation. So the lion thought of a plan. He decided to lie down in the cave and pretend that he is ill. And whosoever will come to meet him will become his prey. Being the king of the jungle, the lion announced he was sick and summoned the animals to come and hear his last will. The lion put his sinful plan to practice and it started working. Poor animals didn't know about his wicked plan and fell into his trap. Many of his well-wishers got killed. One day, a fox came to visit the sick lion. The fox was clever and discovered the trick. He stood on the outside of the cave at a respectful distance and asked,
"How are you, sir?"
I am not feeling well at all. But why don't you come inside to meet me?
"No, thank you, sir. I noticed that there are many prints of feet entering your cave, but I see no trace of any returning. Still, if I come inside, I would be a fool."
And the fox saved his life and informed other animals too. So Tofu, the moral of the story is, you should never trust a fake person.
Tia, I can't believe I lost my lucky charm. I've had it for years and now it's gone.
Oh no, Tofu, don't worry. Sometimes things like this happen for a reason.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes we lose something important because it's time for us to let it go and move on to bigger and better things.
But how am I supposed to move on without my lucky charm?
Well, I have a story that might help. It's a story about a young prince who, like you, had lost something very dear to him.
What did he lose?
He lost his magic amulet, a gift from his late mother. The amulet had the power to grant him any wish he desired.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What happened to the prince?
The prince and his magical amulet. Well, the prince was heartbroken when he realized the amulet was gone. He searched high and low, but he could not find it. He began to lose hope and he became depressed and withdrawn. But one day, while walking through the forest, the prince came across a wise old owl.
Hello, young prince. Why do you look so sad?
Oh, wise owl, I have lost my magic amulet and I do not know how I will ever be happy again.
Do not despair, young prince, for the amulet was not the source of your happiness. It was your own kindness, compassion, and pure heart that truly made you happy.
But how can I be happy without the amulet?
The amulet may have granted your wishes, but it was your own actions that brought joy to others. You can continue to spread happiness and kindness even without the amulet.
The prince thought about the owl's words and realized he was right. He had always found joy in helping others, and he realized that he did not need the amulet to do so. So the prince set off on a journey to spread love and kindness throughout the kingdom. And as he traveled, he found that he was happier than he had ever been before. As he traveled, he encountered many people and animals in need of help. And with each kind act, the prince's heart grew fuller and happier. He helped an old man carry his heavy bags across the river. He saved a group of kittens from a burning barn. And he even taught a group of lost children how to find their way home. As the prince's reputation for kindness and compassion spread throughout the kingdom, more and more people and animals came to him for help. And the prince, with the help of his friends, was always there to lend a helping hand. But as much as the prince enjoyed helping others, he also missed his magic amulet. He often thought about where it might be and who might have it. One day, as the prince was walking through the forest, he heard a faint voice calling out to him.
Prince, Prince, can you hear me?
The prince followed the voice until he came upon a small enchanted pond. And there, floating on the surface, was his magic amulet.
Prince, I am so glad you found me. I have been waiting for you.
Amulet, is it really you? I can't believe it.
Yes, it is me, your magic amulet. I have been lost for so long, but I knew you would find me.
How did you get here?
A group of mischievous sprites found me and played a trick on me. They hid me in this enchanted pond. But now that you have found me, I can return to you and grant your wishes once again.
Amulet, I don't need you to grant any of my wishes anymore. I have learned that happiness comes from within, and I can spread joy and kindness to others without the use of magic.
Oh Prince, you have truly grown and learnt the value of compassion. You no longer need me to grant your wishes, for you have the power to make your own happiness.
Thank you, Amulet. I will always cherish you, but I think it's time for you to return to the gods. They are the ones who truly possess the power of magic.
Very well, Prince. I will return to the gods, but know that I will always be with you in spirit, guiding and protecting you.
The prince thanked the amulet and sent it back to the gods. And as he continued his journey, he knew that he had the power to make his own happiness and the happiness of those around him.
Wow, Tia, this was a really good story.
I'm glad you liked it, Tofu. The moral of the story is that happiness comes from within, and we can all spread joy and kindness to others, no matter what we have or don't have.
I see what you mean, Tia. I think I can be happy even without my lucky charm.
I'm sure you can, Tofu. You have a kind and pure heart, just like the prince.
Thank you for telling me such a beautiful story, Tia. Tia, look at that giant robot. Can I please buy it? I need one.
Why do you need it, Tofu? You already have so many toys.
But Tia, it's a limited edition robot toy. All my friends have it. Oh look, even that boy purchased it right now.
But what is the need of doing what everyone else does?
Tia, please.
Oh, look, Tofu.
What happened, my dear friend? I wish to buy the whole toy shop someday when I grow up.
You surely will one day.
Oh wow, your new toy is so cool.
Thank you. Do you want to play with it?
Yes, I would love to.
Here, you can have it.
What? I can keep your new toy?
Yes, you can keep it. It's yours now.
I just can't thank you enough. I never had a new toy in my life. People always gave me their old and broken toys.
Well, you deserve a new toy too. This is yours now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. May God bless you always.
Did you see that, Tofu? That boy gave his new toy to the poor child and walked away so joyfully.
Yes, Tia.
Do you want to hear a beautiful story about kindness as we walk home?
That would be great.
The Purest Treasure. Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there lived a poor gold miner named Jack. Every day, Jack would set out to work tirelessly, hoping to find some treasure that would change his life. One sunny day, just like any other, Jack sat down under a tall tree to enjoy his simple lunch of bread. As Jack started eating, he noticed a weak and hungry dog limping towards him. The poor pup had a sad expression in its eyes. Jack immediately felt a pang of sympathy for the dog and decided to share his food. He broke a piece of bread and gave it to the dog. The dog devoured the bread hungrily and looked up at Jack with gratitude, but it still seemed hungry. Jack's heart melted right there. Well, I can share the rest of my lunch with this little fellow. So Jack broke the remaining bread into pieces and handed them to the dog. The dog wagged its tail happily, appreciating Jack's kind gesture. After finishing the bread, the dog started barking and jumping around as if it wanted to show something to Jack. Curious, Jack decided to follow the energetic dog. The dog led him deep into the forest until they reached a hidden cave. Jack couldn't believe his eyes. The cave was filled with sparkling treasures of gold, silver, and precious jewels. It was more than he had ever imagined finding. Overwhelmed with joy, Jack realized that he had been rewarded for his act of kindness towards the weak dog. He thanked the dog profusely and shared his newfound treasure with the loyal companion. From that day forward, Jack and the dog became the best of friends and lived a happy and prosperous life.
That was such a sweet story, Tia.
So, what is the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is that kindness is the purest treasure.
That's right, Tofu. This story teaches us the importance of kindness and how it can lead to unexpected rewards. It encourages us to be compassionate and helpful towards others, as even small acts of kindness can make a big difference in someone's life.
I will always keep this purest treasure with me, Tia.
Very well, Tofu. Hey, Tofu, Look, let's jump into the pile of dry leaves. It will be fun.
Yay! Let's jump!
Hey, we fooled you.
I hurt my head. This was not funny, boys.
Hey Tofu, what happened?
Tia, Bill and Jack tricked me into jumping inside a pit and I hurt myself so badly.
Oh no. Come here, Tofu. Let me have a look. Look, Tofu. Bill faced the consequences of his actions.
Haha, that must have hurt so bad. Poor Bill.
Well, he got his reward.
Thanks for cheering me up, Tia.
No problem. Do you want to hear a story?
Yes, please.
The Wolf in the Sheep's Skin. Once upon a time, in a peaceful countryside, there lived a cunning wolf who was always on the lookout for a delicious meal. He had a devious plan to catch some sheep, but the vigilant shepherds made it difficult for him to get close to the flock. However, the wolf's determination to satisfy his hunger was unwavering. Those shepherds are always watching. I need to come up with a clever plan. One night, while wandering through the fields, the wolf stumbled upon a sheepskin that had been discarded after shearing. This could be my ticket to a feast. The next day, the wolf disguised himself by wearing the sheepskin and approached the pasture where the sheep were peacefully grazing. A curious little lamb spotted the new sheep and innocently started following him.
Hello there. Are you new to our flock?
Yes, indeed. I am just a friendly sheep looking for some company.
That's wonderful. Let's play together.
The lamb was unaware of the wolf's intentions. Hence, seizing the opportunity, the wolf swiftly pounced on the unsuspecting lamb and devoured it. Delicious! The perfect disguise worked like a charm. Later that evening, as dusk settled, the wolf had another wicked idea. He decided to infiltrate the shepherd's fold, hoping to blend in with the flock and satisfy his hunger once again. It's time to choose a sheep for tonight's meal. The shepherd, unaware of the wolf's deceitful plan, entered the fold and caught the first sheep he laid his hands on, which happened to be the wolf disguised as a sheep. Oh no, I've been discovered. What? This isn't a sheep? It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Realizing his mistake, the shepherd swiftly put an end to the wolf's wicked schemes and protected the rest of the flock from his harm. So Tofu, the moral of the story is that the evildoer often comes to harm through his own deceit.
I get it now.
That's good. This story teaches us the consequences of deceitful actions. It highlights that those who engage in deceit and harm others will often face their own downfall.
I will always be honest, kind, and considerate, Tia.
Good boy, Tofu.
For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hat family. Subscribe here.